This video was made in partnership with Nuvi, who are just as obsessed with movies as we are.
No. I'm gonna say the thing.
Fernando, help me!
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills here.
And
it does not have the best songs. Hey everyone, welcome to this episode of Ranked. We have assembled a crack team of in-house Disney experts. My name is Rebecca. With me is Emily, Sam, and Fernando. Say hi to everybody.
Hello.
And we are going to be ranking the 10 movies from the Disney Renaissance from 1989 to 1999.
Correct.
And it is going to be definitive and it is going to be heated, obviously. That's why we're here. So, shall we get started? Are we all ready? Are we okay? I just need you guys to promise that we're all going to be friends at the end.
I can promise that.
Gosh.
I can promise it because my rank mostly stayed untouched through the whole thing, so I have no hard feelings.
This video was made in partnership with Nuvi, who are just as obsessed with movies as we are. Head over to Nuvi.com to get a closer look at all the movies everyone's talking about, plus tickets, trailers, games, and more.
So this is what heroes do on their days off.
Let's get started. All right, coming in at number 10, The Rescuers Down Under. This was the only unanimous pick on our list.
it's true.
Which is, you know, it's not really saying anything. It is a sequel. Disney's not known for sequels.
It really just does not
Yeah.
stack up to the rest of the ones on this
No.
list. Like, no big musical numbers. One of the weirdest things, it's in Australia and they all have American accents. Just like...
Except for that one.
Considering how early it is, it still has a lot of famous people in it.
Yeah. Look how pretty.
He doesn't get to propose a third of the way through the movie?
I love him.
There wasn't much memorable about this movie for me.
One of the things that I did like about the movie, well, one of them is Joanna, the sidekick.
Did you take one of my eggs?
And other thing is, well, how can we miss guys? They get engaged. Bernard and Bianca.
That was gonna be my point, is like the main story for me was their love story, and everything else was kind of incidental. Like the kid was nice, but I wanted to care about him more. Let's just say it that way.
All right, let's get on to number 9. At number 9 is Pocahontas. It came out in 1995. I saw it. It's number 9.
Oh my God.
I really don't care about
saw it.
I did.
This
I
one
did see it.
reeks of Oscar bait. Like they were really trying too hard to be like, it's a statement about the world and the this and the that, but they can speak like it just did not.
Came out the same year as Braveheart, also starring Mel Gibson.
Can you sing with all the voices of the mountain? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
I just love how beautiful it is. Like it's animated.
Yeah.
It's
I was a simple
beautifully
child.
animated.
I just needed a bunch of one-liners and really fun songs. And I find this movie not that fun.
Yeah.
I
No,
think that's
but-
the problem.
yeah.
Except for when it comes to
No.
Ratcliffe and just like David Ogden Stiers being himself and then also his sidekick, which was just like a ride. Okay, in terms of
David Ogden Stiers
yes, both of these actually, they're both him.
On that
Yay!
note, let's move on. At number 8, Tarzan. Phil Collins. Magnum opus? No, probably not. All right. All right.
I mean, I think so.
Well, let's talk about the music. That's a selling point of Tarzan, no?
A vast selling point.
Yeah,
he did
why-
not have to go as hard as he did, but he did.
Why are none of the characters singing the songs?
They
though?
are!
Here we go.
Like once.
In learning you will teach, and in teaching you will learn.
What a line.
Yeah, just like have an actual character in the movie sing it. And I don't know, like it just did not do it for me that every time a song started, it just turned into this like Rocky montage,
Do you not
know?
like the soundtrack of Tarzan?
I love the soundtrack of Tarzan. It's just like a bunch of Phil Collins music videos instead of a great Disney Renaissance movie like I want it to be.
But let's talk about the villain death. Spoiler alert. Oof. Because it is like the most gruesome one that you see.
You can't misinterpret what happens there. And that was very real o'clock.
He was completely defending himself, and he's the one who actually caused his own death.
But also you see Tarzan like has compassion in his eyes. He's like, no, I don't want you to die, but then can't prevent it. So it's like
Yeah.
he's not culpable. The lawyers can probably prove that for him.
Death by
Manslaughter. I'll give you manslaughter.
Accessory to murder.
Why is it only at number 8?
because you guys wouldn't let me put this hot garbage at number 9.
I think Pocahontas should have been higher.
I
than
would say
Tarzan.
the music in
agree.
in Tarzan is better than the music in Pocahontas, and that is why I would put it higher.
I love Phil Collins, but I disagree.
All right, let's move on. At number 7, The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Boo!
Ooh, that is a hot ass take.
I put the Hunchback at number 9, and it should have been number 9.
Why?
It should not
Why?
be number 7. Hell to the no, to the no, to the no, 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 to the no, no, no.
Why?
Paris is such a beautiful city, and they did not do justice to that city with the animation.
I
have a lot of opinions about this one.
And romance.
Well, I also do, and we have differing ones, and I would just like you to stop
Like-
so we can still be friends, okay? It takes so many risks musically. Like, you can't say that the intro, like the entire beginning of the film isn't just epic. Like I watch this and I'm just like, how is this in an animated movie? It's just like the choirs and everything.
Here we go. So, Emily Brayton's hot take is the following.
No, ruin the song with this!
I would love to talk about the massive tone problem in this movie. I'm not the first one to talk about it, but it really, this is Disney trying to have their cake and eat it too. While they're trying to do their Oscar bait film, but also sell toys.
They didn't get any Oscars for it.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, you're right. We better lighten up.
All right, I'm taking Sanctuary from this conversation. Let's move on.
Sanctuary.
Bless my soul at number 6, Hercules.
Honey, you mean Hercules.
Honey, you mean Hercules.
It's a fun movie, don't get me wrong. James Woods has one of the best Disney villain performances. I personally put it behind Hunchback because I love a good villain song, and James Woods does not get one here.
Oh, God.
Punch him in the face! Punch him in the face!
Thank you.
It's fun, it's a nice little romp, but ultimately it's pretty unfocused. It's just kind of like defeat the bad guy, get the girl, a couple callback jokes, and they call it a day in my mind.
Isn't that all Disney movies?
I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. I'm kind of in between. I do love it's kind of like the underdog in the beginning, and I kind of love that idea, but it just, I don't know. There was something missing from this movie.
Is this one Danny DeVito?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
Hey,
I-
it's Esmeralda. He's fixing it.
I just always confuse him with the Seinfeld guy in Hunchback. These are eerily similar movies at the end of the day.
No. I.e. excellent? Yeah, I know.
Unfocused with a tone problem, but yeah.
Our 5, the top 5 are super strong. I think this took risks, and where I really like Hercules is that it decided to take some impressive risks, because they were like, I'm gonna do a Greek mythology story, but I'm gonna have gospel singers narrate it for me, and that was the best choice they could have made.
I think that's only the best part of the movie.
And you get your Rocky montages.
Herky, he comes, he sees, he conquers. Honey, the crowds were going rocker.
All right, let's move on to the top 5. We've Mulan to number 5. Mulan. Emily, start.
I loved this movie. When it came out in 1998, it was a big game changer in terms of a lead female character, just taking her own, making her decision, and she was going with it. She had a very fun and quirky sidekick to help her along the way, and that was a great...
sorry.
Mushu.
Fun fact, Mushu and Donkey were dubbed in Spanish by the same person too.
Really?
Yes.
I thought you were going to be like, Mushu and Donkey were played by the same guy.
Oh my god.
That was vile. You owe me big.
The music in this is stellar and squarely 1990s, let me just say.
I'm actually surprised at how much impact this song had based on how little of the movie it's actually in. She does one verse, and the whole McDonald's Christina Aguilera tie-in campaign was about it.
It's really solid all the way through. It's a very solid message.
And it's tight. It doesn't get messy like these other ones that are trying to be a statement on colonialism. It's just
Don't go after the other ones.
right off the bat, it's the emperor's the best. We're not gonna question this whole wall he built up. There's a good guy, a bad guy. This is about someone asserting their own identity in this world.
Well, in terms of tonal shifts that I know you are very scrutinous over. This has like a really solid one in terms of they're singing a song, the girl they're fighting for, and then it just like cuts. They're literally in the middle of a line and it cuts to the carnage.
Yes,
and like
but in that case, they're using it very effectively.
They're using it very effectively is what I'm saying. No like fading into the more like heavy stuff. It's just like hitting you and it's super effective.
Okay, no one said anything negative about this. Why is it only at number 5?
The other ones are way better.
I had it at number 2. Doesn't get distracted. Great animal sidekick that like riffs on the whole Robin Williams, like Aladdin. Where is he? He's somewhere in here. We all know Robin Williams was one of the greatest voice sidekicks of all time, and Eddie Murphy really like kind of filled that role well without like stepping on it. Or I had it higher is my point.
It's very different. It's a very different story that Disney was telling us, and I just nothing negative to say. Sorry.
We've got a top 4 that cannot be beat. Let's get on to it. You ain't never had a top 4 like this. It's Aladdin at number 4, which is my great failure in life, as it was my number 1. But whatever. Disney movies are made by the voice acting. I do voice over. So I do. So voiceover is important to me, and Robin Williams as the genie is like the it's the gold standard. It's the single most important voice.
Iconic.
It's iconic.
No substitutions, exchanges, a refund.
And it changed the game for casting in animated movies.
We wouldn't have the Emoji Movie if it wasn't for Robin Williams.
All right,
so
kiss my grits. Anyway, all this to say, the music is amazing, the story is amazing, the visuals are amazing. I remember as a kid seeing the trailer on TV, and it really made me want to see this movie. So, Smarty Pants, why is it only number 4?
Okay, you go.
I'm waiting.
in my mind, once it gets to this top 5, it's like, have you ever packed a sleeping bag into a bag that doesn't quite fit it in? And it's like, that's what trying to get all these movies ranked properly is. It's like you're like, oh, it's obviously number 2, and then you mention what we have at number 2, and it's like, oh damn, like it can't really go above that.
You haven't seen the top 3 yet, but in terms of, like, I think the top 2 is almost interchangeable. I think the 3 and 4 are almost interchangeable. Don't drop it.
Oh, hurry up. Just snatch it.
Oh! Yeah, we're all
taking one for the team.
Everyone is there doing that face.
Raja, I love Apu, I love all the characters. The only thing that I would say, Jafar does not have a villain song.
He has a reprise of Prince Ali,
right?
Which is not enough.
No, yeah, that backing off you guys did right there, like, indicates, yeah, he needs his own, like, I'm an evil dude sort of thing.
This movie has, like, some of the most iconic sequences in it. Friend Like Me and Prince Ali are both, like,
Whole New World.
You know
Whole
this,
New World.
like, you know this, and like, yeah.
We wore out our DVD. We wore out our VHS tape.
This one
in the middle of A Whole New World.
Yes, it is broken forever.
Just some iconic CGI too, like all like the sand castle. Is that what you call it?
The Cave of Wonders?
The very one. It changed the game for me watching movies. I'm like, oh my god, a 3D thing can talk to Aladdin. Like, that is insane. This is where the friendships are starting to get ruined, is this like top 5 choice. This was difficult for us. This was not an easy choice.
This collection of Disney movies would not be complete without our number 3, The Little Mermaid. So who had this at number 1? Because we all had one of the top 4 as number 1. Yes. So mine was Aladdin, and you were The Little Mermaid.
Yes. I have to say that The Little Mermaid was my choice for number 1. And I'm still very upset that it's at number 3. I think it's an injustice, and I think it deserved better.
I mean, it kicked off the Disney Renaissance. Yeah, sure.
Yes,
we all know that.
exactly.
Fine, whatever. But
And
compared to some
it not
of these,
only kicked the Disney Renaissance, it inspired so many of these other movies, and it inspired a whole generation of Disney kids like
and it
myself.
inspired me to flood my bathroom. True story.
I am saying that it's very important in terms of kicking off the Renaissance, and it should be given due diligence and due respect for bringing about the Renaissance.
Can I just say, I think what we're ranking is, in fact, like, not the movies themselves, but what they accomplished.
Ursula is an absolute icon of a character, not just villain, character.
And one, if I may say, I think the best villain song.
Yeah.
One of.
We'll see. Ursula is definitely the best character in this movie.
She is one
Hands
of the
down,
best characters
no,
in this
no,
movie.
no, no.
If the villain is the best character,
No.
then you're not doing your main characters justice. And I don't think this movie is doing the main character justice.
Why not?
Can I plead just I didn't vibe with it again? Or is it like
No.
Like we're talking about why it's ahead of Aladdin. Like I feel like I'm taking crazy pills here. No?
Nope.
Aladdin shouldn't be higher than this?
No.
Weren't we just talking about how Aladdin's so awesome?
I mean, yes.
Yeah, it is awesome, but it should not be higher than this.
Literally, before we started filming, we were singing Under the Sea, and everyone knew every single word. So I don't
Except
know.
for the part where the lute plays.
I mean,
flute
like,
or whatever.
Sure. It's an iconic movie, and the songs are ubiquitous with like everything that we've known from our childhood.
But
I
anyway, let's
completely
move on.
disagree.
At number 2 is A Tale as Old as Time, Beauty and the Beast. Okay, so here's the thing. We're gonna have a bit of a thing here, the sisters. I never loved this movie.
Which doesn't make any sense because it has the best songs and
It does not have the best songs.
it has really good characters. The animation is gorgeous,
Fine.
and the story is.
It has these characters. I don't care about the characters.
How?
What?
Oof. I don't know. Belle's kind of boring.
Okay.
I'll back you up here. I don't have
No,
much to say
no,
about
no,
it, but
no,
I'll
no,
just
no,
be
no,
on
no.
your team while you
I
say it.
am going to defend my girl Belle.
This guy.
What an eye roll. That's a move.
She eye rolls a lot.
Yeah, she does.
Every time I look for an eye roll gif, it's Belle.
Well, wouldn't
Wait,
you eye
wait.
roll with that disgusting person?
Belle is treated as an outsider from
Yes.
the outset of the film just because she likes to read, and that
Yeah, that makes her boring. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I like to read.
It's not right for a woman to read.
and she feels like she doesn't belong anywhere, and she has so many ambitions to explore the world and to like read all these stories so that she can go to these places unknown and see these enchanted places and
Like every other freaking Disney princess.
No.
I'm gonna say the thing.
help me.
I don't understand, like, seriously, how can you first not care about the characters? Because every single character in this movie is amazing.
Yeah, what I love about this one is that like not everything has to make sense.
Yes.
Like they didn't have to explain it all. It's just like this
Yeah.
happens and it's magic.
Yeah. They screened this. This part wasn't even fully done. It was just pencil tests and everyone was losing their minds.
In
But-
terms of iconic animation sequences that were, by the way, nominated for Best Picture,
Yeah, no,
not
that
animated
is
feature.
the number one reason why this is number 2.
Like if you watch it, I mean, I cry literally every time I watch them in the ballroom scene. And in terms of 3D animation being brought in very effectively, it does it really well.
Wait, everyone, shut up.
Stop shutting us up.
Oh, it won't be the first or the last.
I know.
Great
Yeah.
villain song, by
Yes.
the way.
Yeah, Gaston
Probably
is
the best villain
yeah.
song.
Great villain psychic, great psychics for Belle. Come on, how can you not care about this beautiful girl who's an outsider? Nobody understands her.
I will give you this. Belle is a gif I use a lot because she goes like this.
And yet she's
She goes like what?
boring.
And that's the reaction
And
that
yet
Emily is giving you right
she's
now.
Boring. And the movie,
I don't know. It was
Is
just
it
never my
number
movie. I
two?
don't know. I'm
It's
sorry.
a great number 2 entry. Like there's one better movie in the Disney Renaissance. You can probably get it by elimination at this point.
The better movie is The Little Mermaid.
Oy. Moving on. Hakuna Matata, everyone. At number 1, we've got The Lion King. So obviously, like I said, each one of us had a different number 1, and it was
Yes.
one of the top 4. So you were the number 1. We're gonna come to you last.
Fair enough.
I am a huge Elton John fan, and the music makes this movie.
yes.
And just because the music is good, it should be number 1.
No, everything else is also good. It is a good story. It is a beautiful movie. It has the best opening of any Disney movie. Come at me.
On the path unwinding.
Very hierarchical for a circle.
Whatever.
Wait, wait.
Of life. Love it.
Great villain song.
Not
Great villain.
Not better than Ursula. Not better than Ursula. He's a great villain, yes.
But has better sidekicks.
We are talking kings and successions. Even you can't be caught unawares.
You can't have had Timon and Pumbaa without proving that other characters other than the mains could be beloved. Yes, exactly. No, do it to me.
I think this one really benefited in the same way we talked about how Pocahontas was like really, they were putting their A-team on it, really trying to finagle it to be like their Oscar bait. This one benefited from flying under the radar, just having a bunch of people that
cared a lot about it.
cared a lot. Even like Hans Zimmer, who did the composition, he's like, I don't want to do like the Lion Baby
even
movie.
The score of this movie.
I
used to listen to the score parts of the soundtrack.
I would argue that the reason it's number one, I've thought about this a lot, is that if the 90s were the Disney Renaissance, this is basically the Mona Lisa. It's just the one that everyone knows as the definitive 90s Disney movie.
But in terms of voice acting, like the reason I conceded to this being number one is because I think that I think that it was like the culmination of like something that Robin Williams kind of opened the door to was having people like James Earl Jones and Jeremy Irons like
Nathan Lane
epic lions, and then Nathan Lane and Ernie Sabella being utterly hilarious and improvising all over the place, and it just those characters are so utterly theirs.
Sweet caress of twilight. There's magic everywhere.
Also, whoever cast Ernie Sabella and Nathan Lane in these roles, just raises.
Nathan Lane forever is Timon to me. Jeremy Irons is forever Scar for me. So I'm like watching the new Batman movies being like, Batman's butler is Scar.
All right, now that we have ranked the whole thing, does anybody have any thoughts about the overall list? I'm pretty happy with it, to be honest with you. I mean, I didn't get my exact rank, but I think my top 5 and my bottom 5 are relatively...
Did anybody get their exact rank?
No. I think mine was closest. That's why I have the least problems with this. Like, my hot garbage ones are at the bottom, Lion King's at the top.
Okay,
I'm happy.
none of them are hot garbage.
Thank you.
That's the thing. I will have a great time watching all of these at the same time any day of the week.
I love all these movies, and I had a lot of fun with you guys.
Slimy, yet satisfying.
I have a question for you guys. What song is stuck in your head right now from the Disney canon?
Look at this song.
Let us know in the comments.
Isn't it neat?
Okay, well, we've got one answer, and you're biasing the audience, Fernando. Anyway, let us know in the comments what you think of our rank. I hope we're all still friends.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time
We're good.
on another episode of Ranked.
Bye!
This video was made in partnership with Nuvi, who are just as obsessed with movies as we are. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.